So my concerns is, so first of all, the stock center, we call it the stock center because it contains these unique plants and inbred lines that have mutations that tell us something about how the maize genome works. You know, this collection will be moved, or the threat is that it will be moved to a USDA station in Iowa, in Ames. And the concern is that, first of all, the colleagues at the station at Iowa State, not at Iowa State, it's also the USDA. Okay. It's a larger germplasm center that is not only collecting corn but also all kinds of other plants and crops. That they don't have the facilities right now and the capabilities right now to to absorb that collection here from the University of Illinois. So they don't have the facilities at the moment, they don't have the personnel at the moment that can deal with these very specific genetic stocks. And therefore, my and also my colleagues' concern is that the research enterprise that we are engaged in, studying the genetics of important characteristics, will be, broken. Will be, we can't continue because these materials during the move might not be available. And yeah.
Climate over there is different. Soil over there is different. And so these mutations may not perform the same as they do here.
We have a good point. I think we want to not only study these genetic mutations, but the center also has the role to increase the seed of these materials so that we can spread the seed to colleagues to study to study these genetic stocks. And it takes a lot of expertise to grow these stocks, and putting them in a different environment, as you mentioned, might complicate the whole process.
Yeah. Some people have heard about the change in soybeans. Is this for soybean germplasm, is this the same type of thing?
I think that's exactly the same type of things. So the germplasm is moved to a location that needs to adapt to these materials. So they need to learn how to improve these, how to study these, how to maintain these, and how to distribute this. So I think the whole research pipeline that starts with these genetic stocks here is kind of hold up by this whole process. And to be honest, I think there's no need for moving because here we have the expertise. That expertise grew over, I think, 72 years with the collection, the maize stock center being here. And so there is a lot of expertise here. There are the facilities here in order to maintain these things. And my colleagues here also have the knowledge of how to deal with these stocks and how to distribute them. And they are kind of the contact persons for all the corn researchers around the world. If they are in need of specific mutations to study important characteristics, then they call these people, they email these people for advice, and they send the specific stocks.
You, your colleague Steve Moose,
yep.
I know are changing genetics all the time, and so you know what genes to take out of this germplasm stock here to add it to something that seed companies are going to want that would make a better hybrid in a couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we do. And when you're looking over there, here in my corn breeding nursery, we are utilizing some of these genetic stocks in order to study important characteristics, like, for example, how plants interact with the soil microbiome, how they take up nitrogen, how they are engaged in the carbon cycle, and things like that. So we are doing this right here, utilizing the germplasm from the stock center.